liquidity comes back into markets, we will see the next rise of the crypto story. And the crypto story will go from 300 million users to a billion users or more in this cycle. And there'll be applications that you won't have dreamed of, or things that you thought weren't coming that will come at scale, whether it's digital identity, whether it's massive cases of Web3, whether it's DeFi, or whether it's something entirely new, whether it's ticketing via NFTs, who the hell knows? But this next cycle, with the amount of capital that's been invested in this space, that is going to see yet another acceleration.
Raoul Pal, the macro investor and Real Vision CEO, is known for his long-standing support for cryptocurrency, particularly his Metcalfe's law of network adoption hypothesis. However, Pal believes that artificial intelligence, AI, presents an even larger investment opportunity due to Reed's law, which grows exponentially faster than Metcalfe's law. Pal notes the increasing speed of AI adoption and new applications, such as GPT-4, AutoGPT, and Midjourney 5, all introduced in recent weeks. However, Pal cautions that investing in AI requires expertise and is best left to venture capital funds or AI experts. Despite the potential of AI, Pal maintains that cryptocurrency remains the best investment due to its unique ability to build and become part of the network.
Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to drop your comment and observations in the comment section below. Thanks and enjoy the video.
Another big thing on my mind, AI has gone fucking exponential. It is beyond comprehension. So we're dealing with ChatGPT 4, we're dealing with Midjourney version, whatever it is, which is now photorealistic beyond any understanding. You cannot tell what is AI generated, what's not. We know that text to video is coming, and that is going to be a momentous moment as well, and quite dangerous. But the big news that happened last week only was the launch of, I can't remember what it's called now, AutoGPT. AutoGPT is what's known as Agent GPT, and it's slightly terrifying because what it's doing is using ChatGPT 4 and then using these agents that connect to the internet, these mini AIs, that can go and run tasks for the main AI to do a more complex task. So I finally got a chance, having seen this launched a week ago, 5 or 6 different variations launched within the first week. I played around with one of them, and the idea was, write me a newsletter about the exponential age. I don't have branding, so you need to develop branding for it. I want it in PDF format, and I want you to scrape the web, find out the most interesting things that happened last week. And look, I didn't know what I'm doing. I have no idea how to prompt properly, but I got it to run most of that task. Didn't get it to run all of the tasks, but people with a little bit more knowledge, or give it another month of development, and it'll be able to do this. But what it does is goes out, I give it the task, which is I want this newsletter. That was my only prompt. It then goes away, it goes and learns how to create a PDF. It goes to a branding website, learns about branding. It then sends out kind of bots or agents to go out onto the internet, scrape from trusted sites the best and most important stories, then creates a little file of all of those stories, then puts it together as a newsletter, gives it the branding, pops it into a PDF, and delivers it to you. Can you get your heads around what this means for knowledge workers? This is like an intern, and I only asked it basic intern stuff. It would have taken somebody at least a day or 2 days just to do the research side. It did the whole thing in about 15 minutes. And I keep saying this, I keep hearing the narrative of sticky inflation and, oh my God, don't you know that the oil price is going to go up? I'm like, this is a nuclear fucking bomb of disinflation. It's the most deflationary thing the world has ever seen, because the highest paid jobs are the ones most at risk. We can scale human knowledge now infinitely. That was a restraint. We had 2 restraints in this world. One was the ability to scale knowledge and expertise, and the other was the ability to scale energy. Energy, and I'll come on to that in a sec, is something the world is working on, but this knowledge part, this is a huge, huge change. And the issue is this AI is operating not at Metcalfe's law speed, which is the network adoption effect speed, but because there's these models and everything's being built on top and then built on top, we're operating in something called Reed's law, which is Metcalfe's law squared, which is why we're all scrambling and we can't quite get our heads around it, and it's not going to change. This is going to keep going and going and going. But that is not all that is going to happen, and you're going to have to get used to. As liquidity comes back into markets, we will see the next rise of the crypto story. And the crypto story will go from 300 million users to 1 billion users or more in this cycle. And there'll be applications that you won't have dreamed of, or things that you thought weren't coming that will come at scale, whether it's digital identity, whether it's massive cases of Web3, whether it's DeFi, or whether it's something entirely new, whether it's ticketing via NFTs, who the hell knows? But this next cycle, with the amount of capital that's been invested in this space, that is going to see yet another acceleration. But there's more coming. I think the Apple announcement, I think it's June when they've got their big kind of Apple-a-thon. They're going to release their AR, VR glasses. Big deal. Well, I don't know. Look at my Twitter feed and look at the Nerf technology that's out there, which is this kind of neural ability to create 3D realized spaces from photographs. It's kind of mind-blowing. So it kind of tells you can spin up real versions of the metaverse. So this could be a 3D space, not the 2D space you're looking at. And you can kind of navigate it. You could maybe sit in the barber's chair while I'm doing this. That's what's coming. And I think Apple is going to launch the first part of that. So we've got a game changer that's coming. Another one that will make us go, oh my God, I can't get my head around it. And the metaverse has suddenly arrived. It's a different format than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be legless characters on Meta. And now it's a fucking 3D rendition of everything going on in the world in photo form. Okay, what the hell does that mean for movies? What does it mean for anything? I don't know anymore, but that's coming, and it's going to happen in the next 2-3 months. The technology is already available, and I think Apple are the people who are going to lean into it. So that's a game changer coming. Self-driving cars. It's one of these things where everyone's like, it's like with AI. Oh yeah, it's just machine learning. I remember hearing that when I started looking at AI for real vision about 2 years ago. It's like, well, it's just machine learning. You know, it's not really that sophisticated. Then ChatGPT 3 comes along and was like, oh, this is interesting. And people are still like, nah, it's nothing really. And then ChatGPT 4 comes along and everyone's gone, oh my God, I can't believe it. The same is going to happen with self-driving cars. It's happening, it's happening, it's happening. Slowly, oh, Elon's never going to deliver. Waymo's never going to happen. This is never going to happen. Oh my God, the roads are filled with them. Next time you're out in a big city, I was in New York and I was reading a tweet thread about the prevalence of autonomous vehicles in, I think it was in California somewhere. And this guy was saying, well, you know, I used to see them once a month, and then I saw them every week, and then I see them now 3, 4, 5 times a day. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. So that 3, 4, 5 times a day suddenly scales, and it will scale everywhere. So in the next 2 years, we will see this at scale everywhere. And then you go into New York City. When I was reading that tweet, I was in an Uber. I looked around. Every car was an Uber, a taxi driver, a delivery car, a bus. I'm like, all those jobs are gone. I don't need any of them. We need truck drivers. We don't need any of this. And how fast is that going to come? Slowly at first, then all at once. That's how all of this stuff goes. Robotics. Self-driving cars are robots with AI. So robots and AI, that's coming. I sent a hypothesis out when Elon bought Twitter, and I said, this is nothing about buying a social network, and he's not interested in freedom of speech. What he's interested in is an unbiased AI platform, so he can scrape as much data from humanity as possible, where they're talking to each other in short form, and then he built out long form, and he'll have video, and he will have audio. He's got audio. These things will train his AI, which is called X.AI. So he's just announced that what he's working on, which is what I said he bought Twitter for, and $44 billion for all of that. It's probably pretty cheap. So he's also got the Dojo supercomputer, which is, I think it's the fastest compute on Earth right now. It's past the Tesla for the self-driving. So all of this stuff, and he's just bought a gazillion GPUs as he's scaling all of this. But the other scary thing is he also owns the robots. So he's got the visualization from the self-driving cars. He's got all of the AI, and he's built a robot as well, which is this Optimus thing. And again, everyone's going to go, well, yes, Optimus, it's all a sham. It's not real until it is. Don't forget the guy's sending the biggest space rocket in history into orbit in the next two days, or at least going to try. So don't discount him, even if whether you hate him or not, it's irrelevant. Just watch what he does and watch what he says. So the exponential age is this process where we're going to go into this period where everything seems liquid. We can't really understand what is happening. Societies shift into this distributed online networked world. Those networks shift. The utilization of digital assets and AI is the glue that creates this metaverse digital world that we're all moving towards. The metaverse digital world will mean that you can sit with me in this barber's chair and we can chat, but AI could mean that you could have a one-on-one chat with me. That's all coming, and it's all coming fast. The rise of the robots. I mean, I'm terrified about if you give my fridge, my toaster, my kettle, maybe my wine fridge, even more scary, AI, because they're all Internet of Things, right? They're all connected to the internet. Give them AI, they're going to start talking about me. I don't know what my wine fridge is going to say, but it's not going to be good. And if he tells my wife, I'm in big trouble. But that's the problem. If my fridge says, "Hey, listen, Raoul, you've been eating all that shit from the fridge, and it's because you've drunk too much wine," or whatever it is. I mean, look, you give a fridge autonomy with AI, and you've created a robot. Can these things network? Who the hell knows? It's a scary, fascinating world. So that's what's been on my mind this week. There's a hell of a lot going on. The macro's interesting, crypto's interesting, exponential age is interesting. So I'm very excited about everything, expecting lots of ups and downs. But overall, I think it's a really, really special moment in time that we're living through right now. And nobody's ever lived through a time like this before.
For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.